following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, everybody. And I have to look at my phone to find out what day it is. It's Thursday. Does it feel like to you that you're like doing like whole weeks in one day? I know it is for our first guest. Terri Williams-Nutter from the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber is going to join us in just a few. But before we go that, first night, opening day of the Sounds won. Second night, Durham won, the Durham Bulls. So tonight, another great game, the Nashville Sounds. It's opening week, and it's the first really opening day that they've gotten to have since 2020. And it's just the things are getting back to normal at the ballpark, but we're doing something for Mama. We are having a contest where you can take a picture of Mama. Mama loves baseball. Your mom deserves a day at the park. The Nashville Sounds are going to give you tickets to a Sounds game, a night in a hotel, and brunch at Third and Home. Can you believe all of that? We're bringing that. And all you have to do, now, first of all, you can go to any of our Main Street Today papers, any of our Main Street media papers like the Portland Sun or the Hendersonville Standard. You can go to the community page, drops down to a contest page. That's like going to Texas through Egypt. Just go to the Main Street Today Facebook page. Just go there. It's pinned right to the top of the page. The first thing you see, and it will take you right to it. If you see this picture anywhere on Facebook, you click that and it will take you where you can upload a picture of Mama and you can get her. And you've only got until midnight, April 22nd. So get on it. It is a very special contest because Mama loves baseball, right? Let's see if one Mama loves baseball. Let's talk to Terri Williams-Nutter from the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber. Hi, friend. How are you?
Hi, it's good to see you this morning.
Good to see you too. It is that time of year again for the big old gala. Look at there, look at there, look at there. We got the Influencing Women Awards benefiting in part the Women of Worth Recovery Home. Oh my goodness. And we've got some big news to announce.
Big news. Let's start with the Jeannie Seeley Standing Ovation Award, of which you were the recipient the second year, Devin O'Day.
That is literally one of the high points of my whole life. It really was so special. I felt so loved that night, and it came at a time when I needed some love. So I want to tell you, it was really special to me. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And we're so glad that you are going to be back to host with us again this year. The only year you haven't hosted was the year we honored you. So we're glad you're with us again. But here's the drum roll. We will be honoring Lori Ann Crook of Crook and Chase. And
yes.
It's so deserving, and so glad that she can be with us after, it's only been a very short time, just not even a month, I think, since her husband passed away. But she is so looking forward to being with us that evening. So we will be honoring Lori Ann as the Jeannie Seeley Standing Ovation Award recipient. And I got some really interesting information from her the other day about her connection to Donaldson Hermitage. Besides all the shows that they taped over in the Opryland area, but she also went to high school at McGavock High School.
What? I didn't know
she was
that.
a cheerleader. She made a change during high school to come over there, And she said it's the best decision she ever made. And she took some classes that prompted her to make the transition in college over into Vanderbilt and to study broadcasting, so communications and such. So she said being at that school and being in this community was a big step and change in her life. So.
Wow. I had no idea. I had no idea. I just know that she and Charlie Chase have been behind the careers of so many country music artists and have helped boost them. And they've really been behind behind the scenes. And they're still doing a syndicated radio show across America. And, Crook and Chase is just an institution.
Exactly. And, I was thinking the other day, who might she not have interviewed that she might want to interview? Who might that be? Because she's interviewed so many interesting people. I even saw a piece from, oh gosh, that the person that does the red carpet and decides who's the best dressed and worst dressed. Oh gosh,
Joan Rivers. Was it Joan Rivers?
No, it's a gentleman, Blackwell, maybe. Anyway.
Oh, Mr. Blackwell, yeah.
Yes, he came on their show one time and was telling her, and she said, "And what do you think about what I'm wearing?" He said, "I'm wondering why you went with the stewardess look." It's just amazing the people they've had. Amazing the people that they have had on the show. So anyway, we're really delighted to have her with us. Other big news. Well, first of all, the theme this year is Dancing on the Ceiling. We have a theme every year, and we're dancing on the ceiling about all these women that have been nominated for the finalists for the Influencing Women Awards. There are 18 women that are nominated in 6 categories, and the categories Beyond the Glass Ceiling, Heart of Donaldson Hermitage, The Champion of Women, Lifetime Legacy, Woman to Watch, and that's a woman under 40 who's really, just breaking all kinds of records in her career, and a woman-owned workplace. So we have 3 not finalists in each of those categories. And can I name them?
Oh, you sure can.
Okay, so
let's go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Sure. Beyond the Glass Ceiling, Bonnet Dawson, Megan Prang, and Leanne Woods. Bonnet is with Old Hickory Credit Union. Megan Prang is with Prang Apparel. She, in 9 years, went from a one sewing machine shop to an international batch clothing designer here in Donaldson. And Leanne Woods is with High Caliber Weaponry and Training and APS Protective Services. And that's unusual to have a woman owning a business like that in that category. Heart of Donaldson Hermitage, Martha Lopez. She volunteers for just everything in our community and is a band mom and PTO president and such. Beth McDaniels, our past president of the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber, who has devoted so much to the community in the last few years. And Stephanie Randolph, also the chair of our ambassadors for the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber, involved in so many community organizations. And daughter of Phil Ponder.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Wow. Champion of Women is Piedmont Natural Gas, TriStar Summit, and 24/7 Hotel Management. And these are all companies that really place an emphasis on women in their leadership and in what their companies do for women within our community.
Oh, that's so good. So good. I love this one, the Lifetime Legacy. That's such an important thing. These women talk about that have held the world on their shoulders. Sharon Kipp, Vivian Vilhoit, and Wanda Woods. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, Sharon has a long history in the Donaldson Hermitage community. She's a past president of the chamber. She's involved in several of our community organizations. She's been a realtor for, I don't know how many years, but she's mentored many women within the real estate industry and has many awards to her credit. Vivian Wilhoit is our assessor of property, and she's the first African-American and first female in the state of Tennessee to hold an office such as that. And then Wanda Woods is the owner of the Salon Professional Academy. They came here and started that 15 years ago. And I think that some of the things that she stands on is that you're not just a hairstylist, and what you can do to improve other people's lives, and how having the job that people are being trained for helps their lives. So they give back in that way, she and her husband. And that award this year is again sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust, as they do every year. And we appreciate that from them.
Absolutely. You've got some new sponsors online too. I mean, this is the first year for High Caliber to be a part of the program, and that's really good because they're a brand new business.
That's
The
right.
Woman to Watch has got some names that I know.
Yes. You want to talk about them? Or you want me to?
Well, yeah, I would like you to. Rachel Escobar, Nicole Judd, and Jen Loving.
So Rachel Escobar is the owner of a brand new business, just opened a few months ago in Donaldson, and it is Astrid and Aurora, and they make their own bath products and skin products made organically, and they make them in store, and you can go in there and make things specifically for you. But she is just a wonderful young woman. And then Nicole Judd is with Grand Ole Opry, and she got a really wonderful nomination from one of our friends over at the Grand Ole Opry. And Jen Loving is our current chair of Women in Business, and also with Piedmont Natural Gas, and she's very involved in the chamber and in the community, and also in junior league.
I look at it as Nicole Judd is, you never know where you're going to find her. She might be running an event. She might be running charts to people who are playing on the Grand Ole Opry stage. She's always up to something. The woman-owned workplace is also really good with Donaldson Hot Yoga and Kim Corwin, and Holt Health Insurance with Wanda Holt, and Wind Down Nashville with Amy Billings. I mean, those are fantastic businesses, you know. And
I will have to say we had some wonderful nominations this year, and the community does this. This doesn't come from the chamber. The community nominates and the community votes. And then we all find out at the gala.
Can they still go and vote?
I'm sorry?
Can they still vote? Can they still vote?
You can vote. You can go to the DonaldsonHermitageChamber.com to our homepage and click up at the top left. There is a banner that says vote for the Influencing Women Awards. Click here and you can vote. It'll take you right to the voting site, and you have 6 categories. It takes you 5 minutes, to read through, and then you can look at it there. And that is open.
DonaldsonHermitageChamber.com, and you can go and vote still. When does voting end?
The 15th at 6 p.m.
Okay, the 15th at 6 p.m. So not very long to vote. The gala is going to be April 28th at 6 p.m. Anybody can buy a ticket to go. You don't have to be a member of the chamber yet. And it's going to be at the Sonesta Nashville Hotel there at the airport. And I can't wait to see this hotel. I know the Sonesta, the folks at Sonesta, the Royal Sonesta down in New Orleans, I'm very familiar with. So I cannot wait to see the new hotel here.
I was really excited when I saw that we were getting a Sonesta here, because my first introduction to Sonesta was their flagship hotel in New Orleans, the Royal Sonesta. And then I come back to town and we're getting a Sonesta. Okay.
Yes, so, we're going there.
And so they're up on Marriott Drive, and we will be in the Cumberland Room, which is the outdoor, right out. It's not, we are indoors, but this is outside, attached to the hotel, outside the ballrooms. And that's where we will be. We also, because we're dancing on the ceiling, we have a special surprise number that will be performed at the Dancing on the Ceiling. And can't wait for y'all to be there and be with us. And we thank our sponsors right now, our silver sponsors, like you said, High Caliber and Springer Mountain Farms Chicken, Gus Arundel, and the folks.
We love our Gus.
Yes, and Piedmont Natural Gas. So we appreciate them very much for helping us.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for your time. You know, I love you, sister. And everybody to go support women in business across the board, support wherever you're watching this. But in the Donaldson Hermitage area, it is so important because that really is, I call it the heart of Nashville because it truly is.
It is.
All right. Thanks, Terri. You have a good day.
Thank you. Have a great day, Deb.
You too. Bye-bye. Hey, you know what? Yesterday, I didn't have time to do it, but I wanted to tribute Merle Haggard. And just a reminder, I was going to work at WSM on April the 6th, and Mike Terri was on the air, and I was pulling in for my beginning of my shift, and he said, I am so sorry to announce the passing of Merle Haggard. It just hit me right in the heart. I will never forget that moment because I felt like part of country music had just died. I mean, like one of the founding fathers of our genre. I just didn't know even how to respond to that. And he has a friend, Bobby John Henry, who wrote a tribute song about his friendship with Merle Haggard. And I thought I would play it now. But a lot of people know Bobby John Henry. He's the bread guy of Nashville. He bakes bread and supplies bread to restaurants and bakeries all over town. He is in his, I'm not going to say how old he is, but he's on up there and he is following his dream. And I just love him to pieces. This is Fishing with Merle. Merle actually passed away on his birthday, April the 6th, 2016. He was born in 1937. So we remember Merle with a song from a friend called Fishing with Merle, Bobby John Henry.
He said, sign here, boy, you're John Henry on that line. You just do the singing, son. We're gonna make your star shine. Here's that ranch up in Bakersfield with a mountain stream, your new shiny bus, and all the girls in your dreams. I said, sir, all I want in this world to go fishing with Merle. Just two good old boys climbing where the riverbank takes us, trading stories about the road, a girl we both knew up in Vegas. We love a band of good pickers, love a crowd that screams, love the sweet smell of home, a jug of Jim Beam. The best day I had in this world to go fishing with Merle. Casting our line to the mighty river curve, cold spray on my face, hear that roaring white water churn, feeling the chill when that pole starts to curl, and we're laughing out loud, and I'm proud to be fishing with Merle. Been a million miles of highway, like a foggy spider web across my mind. In some smoky neon bar rooms, there's nights I see the end of those white lines. I'm still chopping up this bucket list train, hooked every dream I dream, but one can't be replaced. My song sung me clear around this world, but I'm wishing I was fishing with Merle. Wishing I was fishing with Merle.
Man, look at this. Get your hole. What? You got a bite? What? You got a bite?
Wishing
Leave that hole alone.
I was fishing with Merle. Oh, I'm wishing I was fishing with Merle. Soon I'll be fishing. I'll be fishing with. Thank you, Merle.
Bobby John Henry. You can find his music wherever music you download it and you listen and you stream. Bobby John Henry, Fishing with Merle. This is the time of year when you're out in your yard and you find baby wildlife and you think it's displaced. The Tennessee Wildcast folks created an entire show about what to do with this wildlife. I know that the folks over at Walden's Puddle get called all the time. TWRA gets called all the time. There is a new episode of Tennessee Wildcast called Call Before You Kidnap. I pulled a few highlights. I want you to go watch the whole show. You can find them on YouTube, but I just pulled a few clips of some things, what to do if you find a baby fawn, a turtle, maybe a clutch of rabbits. Just take a look.
So, I guess we'll start off today with, is wildlife supposed to be there? That was one of the questions that that these ladies posed before we started. And, you see them out there and you think, well, this is my yard, or this is not the woods. But are the animals supposed to be there? Are we invading their area? But tell us about that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is their only hope, right? We've kind of taken over a lot of their land in Nashville, so their only chance of survival is to adapt with us. So they've done that very well. We'll have squirrels in every tree in Nashville.
Every tree, sometimes every attic.
Yeah, bunnies and, turtles especially, just in people's backyards that they think they need to bring them and take them to the park, things like that. Same with fawns. Just all of these things are so normal to be there. And there's often kind of a disconnect because you grow up learning about elephants and orangutans and all these different things, but not the animals you find in your backyard. So people don't recognize, it's normal for wildlife to be here.
Yeah, I've intercepted and done some conflict resolution in surprising environments. There was a daycare that got in touch with me because they found a bunny nest under the slide.
Oh, yeah?
So that was a very educational opportunity for that playground setting, because the children need to know that just because it's there, it's not a pet. And also we can work around this. And those babies have not been abandoned. That's how cottontails exist. So the mother, when we were on site, was on the other side of the fence watching everything we did, and we were able to point her out. And it was easily remedied with just putting up some cones and having everybody use a different slide.
Different part of the playground. Yeah.
What we see a lot of are pets, companion animals, cats and dogs.
Okay.
Keeping your cats indoors so that they're not preying on songbirds or finding bunny nests or catching little snakes. Any of that stuff is so easily remedied just by giving Kitty a good quality indoor lifestyle.
And that's the number one reason we see bait orphans.
Yes.
It's the number one reason we get them in.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's the cat attacks.
Indoor cats are a really big point for us because we can solve so many things by just that. Mm-hmm. If you have dogs, making sure that if you've seen bunnies in your backyard, if you know that there have been fawns in the area, leash your dog or supervise them when they're outside. But if you absolutely know that there's somebody there, leash your dog. Mm-hmm. It's temporary, usually just 2 weeks tops.
The other thing we joke about is the bigger the dog, the more likely you are to have a bunny or a fawn in your yard, because to them that's protection. Coyotes and foxes aren't really coming in to your yard when there's a big dog, and so they recognize that.
And a lot of people think, gee, what a dumb mom. Why did she do that?
Yeah.
No, she's actually pretty sharp. She
Yeah.
only has to work around that one dog.
That brings up another point, Rusty. You might have some insight on this as far as the turkey poults, and you think about bush hogging fields and stuff too. I mean, it's important to kind of keep an eye on that, and if they don't have to bush hog, don't bush hog.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you have farmers that are bush hogging; they're running over fawns.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, the fawns. The mother's going to drop the fawn. The fawn's going to stay there for a couple of days, not move.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to move when the tractor goes over it. So you're going to hit the fawn as well.
You hear a lot of yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of animals out there, a lot of wildlife out there that when you're bush hogging, you're going to come across them.
And there's better times to bush hog too, right? Like after late fall, right? When you're not dealing with tiny fawns and turtles, they're brumating, and so that's usually what we recommend. And we've had a few people that started doing that after they found some injured turtles and killed a fawn.
Burn piles. That's another one.
Oh, good. What's up?
Brush piles.
So keep an eye on those, or
try not to let them stick around for too long.
Gotcha.
Because then they become a perfect denning site for a possum or a skunk or even a raccoon. But they will become snakes. Yeah, they will turn into their own little habitat.
And you can move them too. So if you have a big brush pile and you need to burn it, just move all the sticks and then immediately burn it, so that you're not dealing with accidentally burning a bunny or something.
So a little bit of extra work, a little bit of extra precaution, but not too bad. Especially if you got those grandkids or kids to move the sticks, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're into CrossFit and you just want to get some more exercise, it's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
I had no idea of all of that. And I know that people are starting to do their bush hogging and a lot of brush burning after the winter and a lot of sticks and stuff. So that's just a way for us to watch out for our wildlife. By the way, speaking of wildlife, the other animals at the zoo need your help. They're hiring at the Nashville Zoo right now, guest services, groundskeepers, events staff, and more. You can go to the NashvilleZoo.org. And Mario Lopez is in town, the actor, the host. He's doing a movie with Jana Kramer. And he's also joining with Chicken Guy, a new Nashville area that is going to be giving you a free shake, a Favorite Town shake, Sunday, April 10th. At Chicken Guy. We're going to have more details on that tomorrow. That's our show for today. We're going to close with a band I actually met in Colorado. They're not a country band. They're a fun band. And I swear to you, they are more fun than a barrel of monkeys. They're just crazy. And the name is Reverend Peyton and his Big Damn Band. Big Damn Band Official is their YouTube channel. They have got a video that just came out. They have such a unique sound, and their washboard player is listed. I know Steve Cropper said she's absolutely the best washboard player in the world. She's fascinating, great guitar playing. They are just amazing. So we're going to close our show with them. Be safe, everybody. Be kind. But remember, most of all, you're loved. Have a great rest of your day.
The whole shebang, just a little taste won't do. I need a whole enchilada, need the whole shebang, just a little taste won't do. I need a whole enchilada, need the whole with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together, like a silent Sunday summer. Together, on my front porch with my friends. Together we